Hey guys, welcome back to day 5 of 10 albums over 10 days. I took this Facebook trend that was going around and turned it into 10 days worth of content in a row. If you missed any of the last 4 days, there's a playlist in the description. You can get caught up over there. And I want you guys to play along at home with me. So for each video, for each day, go ahead and put an album that had a huge impact on you in the comments below. All right, so it would be absolutely uncharacteristic and stupid if I didn't include at least one Dream Theater album on this list. Funny enough, the first time I listened to my favorite band, Dream Theater, it was Images and Words, and I absolutely hated it. The whole album felt like a pastiche of the 80s ballad, and I did not like LaBrie's voice. Sounded like the soundtrack to Danny Tanner's wedding. All right, fast forward a year later, I'm recording my first album, which, that's interesting. My mentor throws on what is, at the time, the latest Dream Theater record, and he's playing it through his monitors. I'm super skeptical. I already don't have a great taste in my mouth for Dream Theater, acknowledging their talent, but thinking that I'm just like, I just can't get behind this. The first track on the Backs of Angels comes on, and I am so surprised and blown away. It was not at all what I had expected, considering I listened to Images and Words. The intro is mesmerizing and dark and modern feeling to begin with, but pounding modern metal riffs, awesome drum parts and keys parts, great vocals. I asked him for a copy and basically listened to it nonstop for at least 2 months. I ate, slept, breathed, shit, and pissed this album all the time. I eventually learned that this was the first album they did without drummer Mike Portnoy, and Mike Mangini's first album, very controversial. And I didn't realize at the time that this was not the usual drum sound and drum writing for Dream Theater. Though frankly, I love the drum sound and the drum writing on this album. I've talked to other friends who have told me that the production isn't great on this album. And I mean, they're not wrong. It's not as good as some of the previous albums, but I still like it. I really do. Even acknowledging it's not as good as the other ones. This is still my favorite Dream Theater album to this day. I think it's severely underrated by hardcore Dream Theater fans. Unlike their other albums, almost every other album, I never skip tracks on this. The only other album that I can listen straight through is Images and Words. This song also has 4 of Dream Theater's most underrated tracks on it, which we're going to be getting into some of those later on. Some excellent melodies and badass riffs that have completely changed my musical life. I am no longer the same person I was and can never be the same again since having listened to this album. Also, probably some of my favorite key samples from Jordan Rudess and really any other Dream Theater album out there. Probably my favorite, to be honest. There is a wide swath of electronic sounds that he draws from and puts them in certain situations where you wouldn't necessarily expect it, but they feel so appropriate. And he uses a lot of choir sample, which I love his choir sample and the way it fits in and mixes in and the voicings that he uses. And some of my favorite solos from both John Petrucci and Jordan Rudess on this one. So monster on this album. And as far as Dream Theater goes, this was my first love of theirs, so it's kind of hard to shake that bias. Some track highlights, and note, I wish I could do all of them, but I don't have time. On the Backs of Angels, I've already talked about this one in my top 10 Dream Theater songs. Just to boil it down, it's Pull Me Under's bizarro brother that rips off its head and shits down its neck. It is a far superior rewritten version of Pull Me Under. It's almost the exact same structure and same movement of the chord progressions as well, but it's a bajillion times better. Lost and Not Forgotten is one of Dream Theater's most underrated songs. The song is so fucking wicked. This cool intro on the piano that doesn't decide whether it's Phrygian dominant or Byzantine scale. So many fucking great melodies, a great chorus, an absolutely ridiculous bridge. Like this part in the bridge where they have these weird disjunct offbeat melodies that somehow work so well together and split up between the 4 instruments. It's just like, holy fuck, that was cool. This is the life. This is a personal favorite of mine because the message is so uplifting and awesome, but also because it's just a really touching, heavy song. Love the melodies in this. And the bridge, I did not realize until just now that the bridge and the structure of the song serves a very, very similar purpose to the structure of Misunderstood. That explains probably why I like both of those too. They're almost the same structure. Either way, this is one of their couple of different ballads that are on here, and this song is amazing. Bridges in the Sky is another one of Dream Theater's highly underrated tracks. Sun, come shine my way. That fucking riff there is so dope. And that's the thing. I don't know if that's the chorus or if that's a pre-chorus that doesn't get paid off in a chorus, or if that is a chorus and then the part following in the next subsequent choruses is a post-chorus. And in that post-chorus, we're gonna call it for now, the shaman, take my hand. They do this slow build upwards that just gets so intense, and you have the bass and guitar going that they keep escalating with these really cool fucking licks. And you're just like, holy shit, the intensity's getting there. And the bridge in there is fucking incredible too. Not to mention the weird throat singing thing that's at the beginning and end of this track is really cool. It's just an all-around monster track. Now the song Outcry is a great track. I wouldn't necessarily call it a track highlight except for that bridge. That bridge does such a good job of bringing the tension higher and higher and higher. And right when we're about to hit the pinnacle, like you feel like you're about to hit the chaos orgasm, if you will, hitting this diminished part. And then hold these notes way up here. And then it just slides so effortlessly into this like smooth jazz chilled out groove that's just so like, holy fuck. With this dope ass simple bass line. Boom, boom, boom. Like, oh man, that's where it's at. Breaking All Illusions, another one of Dream Theater's highly underrated tracks. As far as Dream Theater's awesome, huge ventures that they do from time to time, this is in the top 3 easily. The melodies, the riffs, the intro, just holy shit. And John Petrucci, he shows his range so well in this song, especially with that like super sweet dun, 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 solo on the very clean guitar. It's not completely clean, there's definitely some distortion on there, but holy fuck, he shows you, oh yeah, I don't play with feel. Eat shit. Eat fucking shit. And the last track of the album, Beneath the Surface, which I'll be 100% honest, I completely understand if people are turned off by how much mega cheese is in this. That was my first thought listening to it, was holy shit, this is incredibly cheesy. But there are some fucking awesome melodies in this, great chord progression. As far as the soft major scale ballad goes, this is one of the better ones. It's very creatively done. The message resonated a lot with me when I was introduced to this album. I still get tingles in my spine and goosebumps when I hear the ending. The ending is so good. That and Jordan Rudess's solo in here is incredibly underrated. Such a well-written solo. It's not like you want to, hear from Jordan, be like, yeah, show me how much of a badass you are. It's like, no, it's just so beautifully written with this super airy lead tone. It was like a super round, hollow, airy lead tone. It was great. Bubbly. Anyway, so that is Dramatic Turn of Events. What did you think of this album? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know what your favorite Dream Theater album is. And don't forget to play along at home and let me know an album in the comments that made a huge impact on you. Again, if you missed the last 4 videos, you can check the link in the description for a playlist so you can catch up. And I will see you motherfuckers tomorrow. Peace!